Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Former Counting On star Jessa Duggar Seawald is being slammed for calling her child a rude name. The sisters always seem to be facing some backlash for their parenting, but what did she say? Moreover, was it really that bad? Keep reading for more details. Jessa Duggar gets slammed for calling kid mean name. It has not been an easy ride for the Counting On siblings, especially after their reality series was over. Many proceeded to share their lives via social media and vlogging. That is the case with Jessa Duggar Seawald and her husband, Ben Seawald. They were very candid about the birth of their sixth baby, Edward Owen, and documented the whole delivery. He arrived in August 2025 and has been an incredible addition to their family. Unfortunately, the mother of six is now being slammed for calling one of her kids a rude and mean name. Mothers tend to have silly and cute names for their children. Some they share and others they keep private. Jessa just shared a selfie with her new baby, and he was just a giggly little thing. She noted that he is now 15 pounds and then added that they might be calling Edward, "your royal fatness." His big blue eyes and curious ways were far too cute for a name like that, and followers immediately chimed in. They stated that they also had big babies and it was fine. Plus, Edward is healthy, so that should be all that matters. The fact that Edward is so big and loving is the bottom line, so despite the nickname that they think is cute, it is offensive to some. They do not think Jessa Duggar is acting appropriately by even mentioning that her son is fat. How could you call your baby that? He's healthy and he clearly is going to be a large man. When you call someone fat, it affects all children, but especially your female children. Please don't use that. Two girls need love. As the Counting On fan pointed out, Jessa Duggar Seawald has two daughters, Fern and Ivy. Calling Edward a negative name regarding his weight could ultimately impact their mental health. Moreover, it could hurt their self-esteem and body image. One follower was upset that Jessa and her husband constantly share photos of their kids. They believe it shows that they do not care about their six babies if they are always using them for a cash grab. More slammed Jessa and her alleged cute nickname. No, please don't refer to him as fatty. Of course, it's just a cute pet name, but wouldn't want that to end up sticking or anything like that. Hopefully, Jessa Duggar Seawald will see the comments and find a more appropriate and loving name for Edward. A Duggar in the spotlight again. Few families have lived so much of their lives under the harsh glare of public opinion as the Duggars. Since 19 Kids and Counting first aired, America has watched Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's massive brood grow, court, marry, have babies, and navigate adulthood under the microscope of fame. And though the show is long gone, the family continues to generate headlines, sometimes for heartwarming updates, other times for controversies that spiral online. This week, Jessa Duggar Seawald, the 32-year-old mother of five, finds herself in hot water yet again. What began as a seemingly lighthearted parenting moment spiraled into a firestorm of criticism after fans accused her of shaming one of her children by giving them a rude nickname and laughing about it publicly. The backlash raises bigger questions about parenting in the spotlight, generational differences in discipline, and how even casual remarks can ignite intense debates on social media. Who is Jessa Duggar today? Jessa was always one of the most recognizable Duggar daughters. During the height of 19 Kids and Counting, she was often portrayed as the polished, capable big sister, quick to help with childcare, level-headed in interviews, and deeply loyal to her family's faith and values. Now married to Ben Seawald and raising 5 children, Jessa has embraced her role as a modern-day momfluencer. Her YouTube channel is filled with homemaking tips, vlogs of daily life, and plenty of candid clips of her kids. With over 200,000 subscribers, Her content has become a hybrid between relatable mom life and the ongoing saga of a famous reality TV family. But being online comes with a price. For every supportive comment about her parenting, there's an equally sharp critique. And in this case, what Jessa thought was harmless humor became a lightning rod. The rude name heard around Duggar Nation. It all started when Jessa uploaded a casual family vlog titled Day in the Life with 5 Kids. At one point in the video, she jokingly referred to one of her children with a nickname that viewers quickly labeled as demeaning and shaming. Though Jessa laughed and moved on, fans zeroed in on the moment. To them, it wasn't just playful teasing, it was a parent publicly mocking a child in front of thousands of viewers. Some claimed the nickname would stick and potentially damage the child's self-esteem. "I can't believe she called her kid that on camera. That's going to follow them forever," one commenter wrote. "It might seem funny now, but wait until that child is old enough to read the comments," another added. While some defended Jessa, saying parents often use silly names in jest, the overwhelming tone online was negative. Within hours, TikTokers were stitching the clip, parenting forums were dissecting it, and Reddit threads titled "Jessa crosses a line again" were trending. Why this hit a nerve? On the surface, the incident might seem minor. Parents across the world use goofy nicknames, tease their kids, and laugh at inside jokes. So why did Jessa's remark explode into controversy? 3 key reasons stand out. Public platform. What might be funny at home becomes magnified when broadcast online. A private joke turns into permanent digital evidence, one that strangers can dissect endlessly. The Duggar legacy. The Duggar children were raised under strict, sometimes controversial rules. Many critics already believe they suffered emotional harm from authoritarian parenting methods. Anything resembling shaming hits harder because it fits into a narrative people already suspect. Generational shifts in parenting. Today's culture leans toward gentle parenting, respect-based communication, and awareness of childhood psychology. What might have seemed normal in Jessa's upbringing, playful ribbing, stern discipline, now clashes with modern expectations. Together, these dynamics turned one offhand remark into a cultural flashpoint. Fan reactions, divided and fierce. The online reaction broke into several camps. The outraged parents. These viewers insisted Jessa's nickname was cruel, arguing that words have long-lasting effects. "It's not funny. It's emotional abuse disguised as humor," one commenter declared. The defenders. Others argued the internet had overreacted, pointing out that every family has its quirks. "My dad called me Messy Jessie for years and I turned out fine," wrote one supporter. The middle ground. A quieter group suggested Jessa probably didn't mean harm but should have been more thoughtful given her platform. "It's not the end of the world, but she should apologize," said another. The debate quickly spread beyond Jessa's video. Parenting blogs picked up the story, news outlets ran headlines, and even momfluencer TikTok communities weighed in with reaction videos. Jessa's response: silence speaks. Interestingly, Jessa has not addressed the controversy directly. Her usual approach to criticism is to ignore it, focusing instead on posting more content and highlighting her family life. This silence frustrates critics, who argue that acknowledgement is necessary when children's well-being is at stake. But fans note that Jessa's avoidance may be strategic. Addressing backlash often extends the news cycle. By ignoring it, she may hope the storm passes. Still, her silence leaves the interpretation wide open, fueling speculation about how her children feel, whether Ben agrees, and what the Duggar family thinks. The Duggar parenting legacy. To fully understand why Jessa's remarks struck such a chord, one must consider the Duggar family's history of child rearing. The Duggars famously embraced the teachings of Bill Gothard and the Institute in Basic Life Principles (IBLP), which promoted authoritarian discipline, strict gender roles, and a heavy emphasis on obedience. Critics have long accused these methods of fostering environments where children felt silenced or shamed. Jessa, like her siblings, grew up under these rules, and whether she intends to or not, traces of that parenting style may surface in her interactions with her kids. Thus, when she publicly teases a child, viewers don't see harmless humor. They see echoes of a strict upbringing that often used shame as a tool. Parenting in the age of social media. Jessa's controversy raises a broader question. Should parents ever post potentially embarrassing moments of their children online? Child psychologists increasingly warn against sharenting, oversharing children's lives on the internet without considering long-term consequences. From memes about toddler tantrums to jokes about difficult kids, these moments can shape how a child sees themselves once they're old enough to access the internet. In Jessa's case, critics argue she crossed that line by attaching a mocking nickname to a child on a platform that will live forever. Even if the child laughs now, how will they feel at 15, reading strangers mock them in YouTube comments? The cycle of controversy. This is far from the first time Jessa has been criticized for her parenting choices. Past flare-ups include fans accusing her of being too strict about toys and playtime, a viral debate over her children's diet when she shared a video of them eating beans and cornbread for multiple meals, criticism for allowing her toddlers to climb on counters in a vlog. Each incident adds to a growing perception that Jessa is careless about what she shares, or perhaps unaware of how modern audiences perceive her choices. The nickname scandal fits into this pattern, a small thing that spirals because it represents a larger set of concerns. Lessons for parents and influencers. Whether one thinks Jessa's remark was harmful or overblown, the incident highlights key lessons. Words matter. Even playful teasing can cut deeper than intended, especially when repeated or broadcast. Digital permanence. Once uploaded, content lives forever. Parents must consider how their children will feel about those moments years from now. Audience sensitivity. Public figures, especially those with controversial backgrounds, must tread carefully. Context magnifies everything. What comes next for Jessa? Will Jessa issue an apology? Probably not. History shows she rarely addresses criticism directly. Instead, she may double down by posting wholesome family content in an effort to drown out negativity. But the controversy will linger in the minds of fans. Once again, Jessa Duggar is at the center of an ongoing debate about parenting, public scrutiny, and the fine line between humor and harm. A family forever in the crosshairs, the Duggar family has never known life outside the spotlight. For Jessa, every slip of the tongue becomes amplified, every parenting choice dissected. Whether the nickname incident truly damaged her child is impossible to know, but it has once again thrust her into the crossfire of cultural debates about parenting, shame, and respect. In the end, Jessa's story serves as a reminder: parenting is hard enough without an audience. But when you choose to live publicly, every word, every joke, and every nickname becomes part of the legacy your children will one day inherit.